following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live, your new home for Chieftain athletics. It's time for the Chieftains on your new home for Tonganoxie High School athletics. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by It's time for the Chieftains, right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
And with that, we welcome you back into Tonganoxie Sports Live here on a Friday night, back home at Tonganoxie High School, second straight Friday night in a row. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drayton. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We got a great one on tap, another doubleheader, varsity boys and girls, as the Chieftains of Tonganoxie host the Red Raiders coming up from Wamego, and we got the girls on tap coming up just a few seconds, under 3 minutes away. Partner, let's talk about this past Tuesday, first road trip, a successful one for the Lady Chieftains, a 41-28 win against the Phoenix. We're still got that $20 bet going through this. 41-28 win against the Phoenix. It was an all-around team win. Lady Chieftains coming in not completely 100% healthy. There was an illness kind of going around, Coach Loomis says. We'll see how that affects them going forward tonight. I already see Mariah Sneed back out on the court for him. But overall, just a very solid team win this past Tuesday.
Yeah, no question about it. Now, they were able to take the Lady Phoenix down, playing some pretty good all-around ball. They're still having a lot of trouble rebounding missed free throw shots, but they handled the ball much better and had fewer turnovers. So, all in all, a good night for the Lady Chieftains. They're going to have a stiff test tonight against these Lady Red Raiders because they have 6 seniors on their team, and Tongi only has 1. So they're going to be facing a very seasoned team, and I believe, partner, correct me if I'm wrong, that Wamego placed 3rd in the state last year and only lost 1 starter.
Yes, they did. Only 1 starter lost from the 3rd-place team last year in the state tournament. A big roadblock for the Lady Chieftains coming in tonight. 2-0 on the year are the Lady Red Raiders, averaging close to about 53 points a game. That's where their mark lands. And it's going to be a good test. It's going to be a good test for this young squad. I'm sure Coach Loomis has them looking forward to the opportunity, at least coming in when you got a young and less inexperienced squad like you do here with Tonganoxie. When you get a team like Wamego to come in, I think the message to your team is that, hey, our backs are against the wall. Nobody is really expecting us to kind of come out and
relax.
Play, relax, loose-minded, and I mean, you can still pull off the upset. You just try to put it all behind you, go out there and play ball. I think it's as simple as that.
Well, one thing I'll be interested in seeing tonight, though, partner, is if the Lady Red Raiders come out with a press, because the young Chieftain squad has had a really difficult time handling that full court press.
Yeah, we've seen it so far in the first 2 games of the year against Lewisburg and Atchison, both coming in, starting out with a little bit of a full court press. We saw, though, in the game against Atchison, when the Lady Chieftains got a lead, though, that forced Atchison to kind of stay away from it. So that's kind of really the big key.
Well, and the other key is offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds especially, so they don't have time to set that press up. But we'll see what happens tonight. Should be interesting.
Should be interesting. A great challenge for this Lady Chieftain team. We're going to turn it over to our public address officer for tonight, John Tollefson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tonganoxie High School, home of the Chieftains. We welcome our guests from Wamego High School. Kansas State High School Activities Association and Tonganoxie High School encourage you to make good sportsmanship a priority at all times. Winning is for a day, sportsmanship is for a lifetime. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For Wamego, number 11, a 5'10" senior, Maya Gallagher. For Tonganoxie, number 1, 5'3" freshman, Alyssa Schulman. For Wamego, number 12, a 5'5" senior, Ashton Pearson. For Tonganoxie, number 3, a 5'6" junior, Mason Lynn. For Wamego, number 21, a 5'9" junior, Riley Leinhardt. For Tonganoxie, number 21, a 5'2" junior, Mariah Herrera. For Wamego, number 25, a 5'7" senior, Trista Kugler. For Tonganoxie, number 32, a 5'10" senior, Sierra Ennis. For Wamego, number 30, a 5'6" junior, Sarah Springer. And for Tonganoxie, number 34, a 5'8" junior, Sage Isaacs. Head coaches for tonight's game, for Wamego, Brian McIntosh, and for Tonganoxie, Mitch Loomis. Officials for this evening's game are Shane Lichtai, Matt Krause, and Scott Graw.
All right, so there you have it. Starting lineups laid out for you. Real quick, run them down for the Chieftains. Schoeneck, Lynn, Mariah Herrera, Ennis, and Sage Isaacs. And for the Lady Red Raiders, Gallagher, Pearson, Meinhardt, Hubler, and Springer. A lot of familiar names. Partner, of course, as you remember, that run for Wamego, the third place finish, started with a first-round match against these Lady Chieftains in Wamego. Tongi hung in with them for about a quarter or so. Red Raiders were eventually able to pull away and win 55-34. The rematch happening here tonight at Tonganoxie High School, and we are underway as the Lady Chieftains win the opening tip and look to start off on a good foot here, get some points up on the board, get on top of this Wamego squad early. A Red Raider team that has not trailed very much in their first two games of the season, short on the long shot attempt from Schoeneck from three-point range, can't quite connect, and here comes Wamego, their first offensive possession of the game. Waving in and around traffic, trying to get the Chieftain defense caught up. A drive under the basket, almost uncontested. That's Meinhardt. First bucket of the game, and you called it right here, partner. We're going to see that full court press.
Yeah, kind of token pressure there. But
a little bit.
Well,
causing a turnover. Springer gives it up, and the easy two again. This for Pearson.
Tongi starting to list Schoeneck, a freshman point guard there. And so I think they're testing her early on.
We saw Lewisburg do the exact same thing. She has her moments, so she also shines in some as well.
Yeah,
it's just kind of part of those freshman growing pains, especially for a freshman point guard at the varsity level. Three-point shot is on the way, wide open, no good, off the top corner of the backboard, no whistle, and Wamego's going to get a second chance out of it.
Yeah,
down low underneath, Gallagher is fouled.
Yeah, that's what we talked about, giving up second and third chance points, opportunities. You just can't do that with a good team and hang in.
No, you cannot. And Sage Isaacs, who will be tacked with the foul, her first. And Maya Gallagher to the free throw line as she knocks down her first attempt. An early 5-0 run for the Red Raiders, looking to make it 6-0 here. Nothing but net on the second attempt. And this Wamego team, very experienced, like we had talked about, and it's so valuable when you make a deep run like they did last year and only lose one senior the following year. When you can return a lot of that experience back, making a run in the state tournament, partner, it's so valuable to a program.
No question about it.
And they are even primed to make a deeper run this year.
Really aggressive defense. They're playing a man-to-man, but
and walking the tightrope was Pearson on the steal, and she finishes underneath. An 8-0 run now. Just a little too much passing on that last offensive possession for Tongi. Like to see him try to get a little more aggressive, attack the lane, try to get a shot up, just like Sage
that.
Right here. A little bit too strong off the back iron and glass, no good. Gonna try to take it, dumps it off to Gallagher last second. Schoeneck, again, doing the dirty work, getting in there. It'll stay down at this end with Wamego after the tie-up.
Good hustle there for Schoeneck, though. She's helping out. That wasn't even her.
Maslick checking into the game for Tongi. That's a characteristic we've seen with Schoeneck so far this year. We see her she's not afraid to get down on the low blocks into the lane and get dirty for a loose ball or even a tie-up.
Yeah, she comes out with quite a few rebounds, too.
Wide open three, way strong. Tipped around, and Mariah Herrera comes away with it. She's going to come back the other way, left to right. Here we go. Coach Loomis trying to tell his players to try to cut and get open. He's not liking it. He's going to take a timeout. I believe a full timeout is what I heard him say. Not liking the effort on the offensive end right now for Tonganoxie. They trail 8-0, just getting started in this one. Stick around on Tonganoxie Sports Live, your home for Lady Chieftain basketball.
From its native roots to the bustling community it is today, Tonganoxie's past is as unique as its future. With small-town charm and big city amenities, Tonganoxie is the ideal place to grow a business and grow a family. Just 20 minutes from both Lawrence and Kansas City, Tonganoxie is perfectly positioned. Take an afternoon and come explore Tonganoxie. To learn more, go to tonganoxie.org.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth.
All right, crashing out of the commercial break. We are live back here at Tonganoxie Sports Live, an 8-0 run for the Red Raiders to open up this contest. Coach Loomis very animated in that last break, partner.
Yeah, I think he was getting on the front line, ladies, imploring them to get a little more movement. And you do see some substitutions coming in here for the Lady Chieftains.
Mariah Sneed checking in out of the timeout. She's got the ball right now, and
she had
gonna attack, stops for a moment, collects herself, just shy, second chance, third chance.
There you go.
Fighting hard down low, gets her rebounds a couple of times and finally puts it up and ends this run by Wamego to open up this contest. And Mariah Sneed, we did not see her this past Tuesday in Atchison. Good to see her back in the lineup tonight. And contesting the shot from Gallagher down low, a little bit too strong, and back come the Lady Chieftains. We did see this past Tuesday against the Phoenix partner, we saw Lakin Bennett kind of come off the bench, get some valuable time down low. Really came up in a big moment for Coach Loomis, and I'm sure he's not going to forget that moving forward.
No, I don't think so. You know, she came in, gave him some good minutes, went back to the bench, and then when Sage Isaacs got into foul trouble, she came back in and gave him some more good minutes, collecting several rebounds and doing well on the defensive end.
Maslick driving in, pass batted around, still fighting for it. It looks like it will stay down here, and it will.
Good sportsmanship there, helping each other up. You always like to see that.
Meinhardt and Isaacs are both fighting for it. Meinhardt was diving for it, tripped Sage up a little bit, but helped her up off the court. All is good. Schoeneck trying to go to work on Heck. Can't drive much past the elbow. Out to Isaacs now. Meinhard all over her, and a carry and a turnover.
Yeah, if the Lady Chieftains want to stay in this, they got to really limit the empty possessions and the turnovers, and they have to rebound and block out. You give this Wamego squad 2 or 3 chances at it, and they're probably going to score. Well, that's a long one.
Pearson, no good. Loose ball, it'll be Lady Chieftain basketball. We saw this Wamego team when they were warming up, and they were taking some of those long-range threes, and they were knocking them down. So you know they got the potential, and they're going to keep firing as this game goes on.
Yeah, they're picking up full court again.
This is Lexi Heck that takes over the duties of guarding Schoen. Actually hands it off to Isaacs, guarded by Meinhardt. Schoeneck looking for option. I think she was going for Isaacs, but it's taken off by Sneed, who eventually gives it to Isaacs in the near corner. Going to try to drive baseline, and she stepped out. Defense on the drive on Meinhardt, not giving up, not even a budge. Forcing her to step on that red baseline.
Again, another empty possession.
While this Wamego offense has stalled a little bit after getting out to an 8-0 run, Lady Chieftains can't capitalize on the other end. An easy pass down low.
That was the lady version of the alley-oop.
That was Hubler, number 25, that got the pass down the low right block and put it up for an easy 2. Sneed just didn't have her eye on the ball for a split second, and an easy lob in. Now this one pickpocketed. Who's coming out with it? It's Wamego. And they'll stay down on this end.
Just like we feared, partner, the Lady Chieftains are struggling with that full court pressure.
So here comes Lakin Bennett and Macy Lynn, a pair of substitutions for Tonganoxie. Wamego making a substitution themselves as Riley Meinhardt will come out and get a breather. Almost lost it through the hands of Denny, but she collects. Pearson fakes the pass, drives, hands off. Good ball movement here, constant action for Wamego. Drive in, kick out. Long range 2 is good for Hecht. And again, here comes Wamego with the pressure. It's Herrera with it. She gets it on the other side of the timeline quickly. Drives in, pivots, kicks up top. Sage Isaacs trying to lob it down low to Bennett. 3-point bucket on the way. Too strong from Herrera. Wamego picking up the pace a little bit, going to the rack and finishing is Pearson, already with 6 points in the opening quarter.
Next chance Coach Loomis is going to talk to his girls about getting back on defense.
And again, defense into offense. And a little too aggressive on the press defense as we'll have the first foul of the game for Wamego.
Yeah, the Lady Chieftains are really looking flustered with this pressure.
Maslick comes back in, Herrera to the bench. And back comes the pressure to bounce passes into Schoeneck. Wamego goes to trap, she gets it off. Maslick and had it deflected. And quickly, back-to-back fouls here.
They got bailed out with a foul there. They were about to turn it over.
Now's Pearson coming hard. Seen her already come up with a couple steals and finishing with points on the other end. She will get checked out for a moment. Back into the game is Springer for Wamego. Might have gotten away with a little bit of a travel there. Maslick looking for options, finds Schoeneck, loses her defender for a moment, now looking for options. This is what's happening too much on the offensive end, is picking up the dribble, not too much attacking. Lakin Bennett draws the shooting foul, jumper from about the right elbow. Was off the mark, but she's going to have a chance for 2 at the line. The foul's going to be on Gallagher. So all 3 team fouls in this half coming within about the last minute or so for Wamego after staying fairly clean for about the first 6.5 minutes of this opening quarter, as Bennett can't connect on the first free throw attempt. Herrera back in for Schoeneck. Bennett eyes it up, lets it go, a little too strong off the back iron. Strong rebound by Gallagher. Under a minute left to play as we approach 30 seconds in this opening quarter. Let's see just how patient Wamego wants to be, or if they're going to be aggressive. Looks like the latter there. Oh my goodness.
Nice up and under.
Addison Denny underneath getting the work done. Isaacs and offline on that shot.
I think that might have been deflected.
Denny again draws the foul for 2.
Fouls on Bennett, first. Denny at the line, shooting 2.
First attempt is good.
Under 32 minutes into the game for Tonganoxie.
Dennis checking in for Isaac. Second free throw coming on the way from Denny. And it's a 20-point first quarter for the Lady Red Raiders.
Wow.
And they're going to have another crack at it. 5.9 seconds on the clock right now.
Another turnover for the Lady Chieftains. You just can't help a good team like that with turnovers.
Lob up and to Gallagher on the cut. Gives it to Denny. Stops for a moment. Spins around. Trying up and under. 2 offline on that one. Able to pull it off once. Couldn't do it again that time around. And after 1 quarter of play, Red Raiders lead this one 20-2 over the Lady Chieftains. We'll be back with second quarter action after the break on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Wizard of Paws, now at their newly renovated location in downtown Tonganoxie, offers personalized pet grooming, doggy daycare, dog obedience, and socialization classes. At Wizard of Paws, your pet will get a one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. And their new facility offers amenities and space that is doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or visit their new location at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawspet.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Back live here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, ready for the start of the second quarter. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. A great first quarter if you're a Red Raider fan. 20-2, Wamego leads over Tonganoxie. Have a lot of work to do here in the final 3 quarters of action if we want to stage a comeback.
It's a quick double teaming on by the Lady Red Raiders, and it's just
too much. It's almost just too much to handle.
Yeah.
Loses it on the way up. That was Hoopler trying to go coast to coast, and he'll stay down on this end.
Yeah, I think Schoeneck got a hand on it.
Three-point shot in the corner. Nothing but net for Pearson. And she leads all scorers so far with 9.
Well, another turnover. That double team is just too much for the Lady Chieftains. Coach Lemons take another timeout.
And you just see the redness on his face. He's just not liking it so far. Trying to do anything possible to help his team out right now. 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with him. 25-2 Red Raiders over the Chieftains.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. Participating in community recreation is not only fun, but also healthy and educational. The Tonganoxie Rec Commission encourages all ages and abilities to participate in recreational activities. That's why they're continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie. To see the latest sports and program offerings and to get signed up, visit them at tongirec.org or call 913-845-3502.
So a quick timeout for Coach Loomis, trying to get his squad to regroup here. We saw the full court press start to come off for Wamego. Now it's the pressure down on this half of the court that's really causing problems for this Lady Chieftain offense. And again, right there, just getting too much pressure on the ball handler, causing turnovers, and it turns into offense on the other end. Another easy two for Hubler.
Just too easy. See, they do a trapping defense here. They double team. And when you get it over there by that sideline or baseline, that acts like another defender. Lady Chieftains are just really struggling.
It's the second foul of the game on Gallagher. And Denny will come back in, and Gallagher will head to the bench. And a little bit of early foul trouble. Trying to get inside, trying to attack, pivoting around was Isaacs, dumps it off to Schoeneck, trying to get it down low to Sneed, and
she tried to force that, but she did get the deflection.
That was Denny down low on the defense on the block, and through her hands, and already a dozen turnovers and counting. It's a rough stretch of basketball here for the Lady Chieftains. 27-2, they trail 6-11 in the second quarter. Pearson dumps it down low to Denny. Lost handle of it, and they're going to say last touch by Wamego.
I think she dribbled it off her foot.
Appeared to be. Got Schoeneck, Maslick, Isaac, Sneed, and Lynn, the five in there for the Lady Chieftains. Schoeneck, little spin move, kicks it out last second. I think if she puts a little more zip on that for Macy Lynn, she might have had a shot in the corner. Isaac stops, and ball is loose on the ground, getting down for it. Possession arrow in favor of Wamego. Hecht will check back in, and Herrera will check back in for their respective teams. So I'm looking around. We're set up here on the visitor side, and we know Wamego, pretty decent drive to Tonganoxie. We're probably looking close to about 2 hours, I'd have to say, right?
I would think so, yeah.
No? Well, just taking a look around, they got a good traveling group of parents, a good crowd showing out for the Red Raiders tonight. Meinhardt picks up her second bucket of the game on that drive. Little miscommunication. Isaacs too far in front of it. Hits the deck, but she is okay. Meinhardt going back to back. Another couple of substitutions coming in for Tonganoxie. Next dead ball. Meanwhile, offense trying to get it rolling. Of shoving the back for Herrera, and even she turns to the official and says, hey, what gives? That'll be tagged to Springer. It'll be her first. It's the 15th foul for Wamego. Maslick, nobody's moving. Needs someone to pass it to, and she gets it in. Into the corner, Lake and Bennett trying to give it on the cut, and Maslick just runs into a wall down low. So Denny standing down low at 5'10", the senior. And Maslick, 5'2", freshman. Schoeneck trying to shake off her defender. Maslick, head fake, pivots, looking around. She'll put up a shot. short off the side iron. Another rebound for Wamego.
It's
Kick
one,
into the corner.
It's one shot and done for the Lady Chieftains.
Pearson can't connect on that three-point attempt. She's had the hot hand on the offensive end for Wamego. Also turning defense into offense. A couple of steals turning into easy layups on the offensive end. Maslick trying to go to work. Can't quite get that one to fall. Heck, coming back the other way. Fakes the give, goes up with it. Schoeneck right there.
She was fortunate that she poked that ball out because she was in position to pick up a foul there.
Isaacs and Ennis in. Sneed and Bennett out. Inbound play. Heck lobs it in to Pearson. She's going to dribble it up to the top, swinging around. Three-point shot, no good for Springer. Second chance, high arcing shot off the front iron. And that's going to put Tonganoxie in the bonus here, I believe. Or they call that jump ball. They did call it a jump ball. In favor of Tonganoxie. Seeing constant rotations here from Coach Lewis's squad, just trying to find that right combination of 5 players out there that will work and maybe get something going on the offensive end.
It's been a struggle.
Herrera showing off a little bit of the handles. Quick give to Isaacs. Going to drive around the right side.
It's a good drive.
Gathers and went up. It's a shooting foul, so 2 free throws, but that is the 7th team foul. So Tonganoxie will be in the bonus for the remaining about 3.5 minutes of the first half.
Isaacs at the line, shooting 2.
First free throw falls for Isaacs. Last foul they tagged Wamego, number 4, Kirby McKee. Can't connect on the second attempt. She'll settle for the 1 point. Spot up 3 for Heck. Can't get it to fall. Chased down the corner by Herrera. Pass to Herrera, deflected for a moment, still collects. Now to Ennis, swinging around. Isaacs has it back low to Ennis.
A little bit of ball movement that time by the Lady Chieftains, but
Lob up, nobody on top of Pearson, and she makes them pay on the other end.
yeah, they're not getting back on defense.
13 points already on her way to having herself a really great game. Ashton Pearson. Here's a chance for Wamego. They've been doing great just about in every facet of the game outside of fouls, just playing a little bit too aggressive. Already 18 fouls. This is a prime chance for Tonganoxie as well. Get some points while the clock is stopped. Try to get something going. Herrera this time to the line. Can't connect on her first attempt. It was a 1-and-1 bonus. And down 20 points. 30 points, excuse me. 2.5 minutes of counting left to play in the second quarter. Pearson driving, had an open layup, but instead brings it back out. Straightaway 3 on the way from Heck. Splash. A wide open 3. Pearson, selfish play. Passing up the free throw underneath, kicking it back up to the top of the perimeter to Heck as she knocks it down. Isaac's looking at options, going to try to do it herself. Goes into a double team, rims around for a second and does not fall down. Pearson directing traffic. Hubler, jumper from the free throw line, can't fall. Ball is still loose. 3 Lady Chieftains in the area. Neither came away with it, and Pearson knocks it down. Oh, my goodness. Coach Loomis cannot believe it. Full timeout taken. And if this was a Bobby Knight moment, that bench she just grabbed might be going across the court at any second. not liking it right now. 39-3, Red Raiders in front, 1:27 left to go in the second quarter.
Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time. With chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy. Now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
Midwest Chiropractic Center in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs is ready to get you back to being the active, energetic person you want to be. Dr. Robert Shook and Dr. Daniel Haugen at Midwest Chiropractic offer caring, high-quality, and comprehensive care, including chiropractic care, acupuncture, and school and DOT physicals. Now offering Saturday appointments in Bonner Springs and Tonganoxie to better serve you. To schedule your appointment, call 913-369-0022 or visit them at mwchiropractic.com.
Back live out of the timeout, the inbound going in to Schoeneck. Lady Chieftain offense just looking for an answer at the moment in a very large deficit right now. 39-3, they trail to the third place runner-ups in last year's 4A Girls State Tournament, Wamego Lady Red Raiders, 39-3. Just a little over a minute left to play until halftime.
Yeah, and Tongi just turned the ball over again.
Pearson handed it off, setting a nice screen and a good give underneath to Wilbur. Fresh off of the bench and picking up an easy bucket down low. Isaacs pulled the trigger, can't connect from three-point range. About 20 seconds left to go. See what Wamego elects to do with it. Heck, the drive in was looking for Wilbur again, but they're going to say she walked with it and a turnover.
Well, she did a Euro step there. I'm not sure that was a travel, but we'll take it.
Could be final possession of the second quarter.
Yeah, another turnover.
As I say it. They call that the old announcer's jinx.
Yeah.
Seven seconds and counting. It's in the hands of Pearson. She's had the hot hand for Wamego. Drives, kicks it out. Three-point bucket on the way at the buzzer. It's good. Like nothing else has been going right for them. The first half capped off by a buzzer-beating three and a 41-point lead at halftime for Wamego. We'll be back with the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live. You're home for Chieftain basketball.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
From its native roots to the bustling community it is today, Tonganoxie's past is as unique as its future. With small town charm and big city amenities, Tonganoxie is the ideal place to grow a business and grow a family. Just 20 minutes from both Lawrence and Kansas City, Tonganoxie is perfectly positioned. Take an afternoon and come explore Tonganoxie. To learn more, go to tonganoxie.org.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. Participating in community recreation is not only fun, but also healthy and educational. The Tonganoxie Rec Commission encourages all ages and abilities to participate in recreational activities. That's why they're continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie. To see the latest sports and program offerings and to get signed up, visit them at tongirec.org or call 913-845-3502. Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time. With chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy. Now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
All right, sorry about that, folks. Back here live on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. And, partner, do you remember the last time you saw a first half like that?
No, it's been a while, partner, but I tell you what, the Lady Chieftains were just completely out of sorts with the Wamego pressure and unable to get back on defense and only scoring 3 points in the first half. So that tells you a little bit about the Lady Red Raiders defense as well.
Yeah, and that's where it's been starting. It's been starting with the defense for Wamego, whether it's coming through the press or if it's coming through the double teams like we've seen a lot of times. Right when they get across half court, they try to double team them there. If they get them down in the corners, they've loved to double team them there as well. Almost kind of like a triple team with the baseline being right there.
Yep.
It's just all about the positioning that Wamego has put the Lady Chieftains in. And on top of that, they haven't been allowing much penetration down inside the lane. And the only time they really did, it was the lone actual field goal bucket for the Lady Chieftains off of Mariah Sneed, who just kind of kept getting her own rebound, took a couple of attempts, finally got one through. But outside of that, I mean, it's been a dry night. It's been a struggle so far for this Lady Chieftain offense. And as for Wamego, they've been spreading the love around. It's been led by Pearson, number 12, who has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13, 16 points to lead the 44-point first half effort for the Lady Red Raiders.
Yeah, it's just it's going to be a tough second half, I think, for the Lady Chieftains. But hey, you know what? This you got to play who's in front of you, and you got to look at this as a learning experience, because this team is probably poised to finish in the top 3 again, if not higher, in the state. So it's a good measuring stick for the Lady Chieftains to know, hey, if you want to get to where you want to go, this is how good you got to be.
Exactly. You look over on the other side, and this Wamego team, they weren't always, quite. I don't want to necessarily say powerhouse, but when Wamego, especially the Lady Red Raiders, they've grown a reputation over the past about 5 years or so of being a really stout and salty team. Whenever you see them up on your schedule, you just know that's going to be a dogfight. That's going to be a good game. We've seen them a lot of times in the past years in the Tongi Invitational Basketball Tournament, which I'm sure they're probably going to be coming back and participating in this year as well. But it's a good time for Tonganoxie and Coach Loomis to look over on the other side and say, if you want to get to where they're at, then it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of years.
Yep.
It's just experience and growing. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. It doesn't help when you got a team at Wamego that had a run in the state tournament, finishing in 3rd place, and you're bringing back about 95% of that roster and only losing one Lady Red Raider. I mean, it's a tough stacked opponent. You tip your cap to them, and you just come out in the second half. I mean, just try to fight like hell. I mean, down 44-3.
Yeah, I think right now you just got to keep your head up and keep fighting. But it's going to be an uphill battle for them, no question about that.
Yeah, without a doubt. We're going to go ahead. We're going to take another break, give our sponsors some love. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in halftime. Wamego is already out of the locker room. The Wamego boys are down on the other end. No sign yet of Coach Loomis or the Lady Chieftains. Got to be a spirited conversation happening in that locker room right now.
Yeah.
You best believe. We'll be back after the break here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com. Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called LAD. LAD Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. LAD is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit ladserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called LAD.
Midwest Chiropractic Center in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs is ready to get you back to being the active, energetic person you want to be. Dr. Robert Shook and Dr. Daniel Haugen at Midwest Chiropractic offer caring, high-quality, and comprehensive care, including chiropractic care, acupuncture, and school and DOT physicals. Now offering Saturday appointments in Bonner Springs and Tonganoxie to better serve you. To schedule your appointment, call 913-369-0022 or visit them at mwchiropractic.com.
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. And now get occupational therapy in the office or at home on an outpatient basis. Call 913-417-7400 or visit ptsolutionsks.com.
Black and Gold leads to sold at Skeet Real Estate in Tonganoxie. Steve Skeet and the agents at Skeet Real Estate are dedicated to helping you either buy your dream home or sell your home quickly. Plus, Skeet is a one-stop shop with a full line of insurance products from Skeet Insurance. In Tonganoxie and the surrounding area, your choice for real estate and insurance is Skeet. To learn more, follow them on Facebook at Skeet Real Estate or call 913-845-2255.
It took a little bit of time before we saw Coach Loomis and the Lady Chieftains come out of the locker room, and then about the final, about minute 20 seconds of halftime, they came out, got a couple warm-up shots in, but outside of that, partner, if you're the head coach in this situation, I mean, is there a message that you lean on?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to look at this as a learning experience because there's 6 seniors on that other side, and you're extremely young. And you just got to learn from this experience and do the best you can with it. I think the real thing is I hope they don't quit and get disgusted because they're just up against a better team tonight.
Yeah,
and just like that, you have the smallest one on the court for the Lady Chieftains getting a tie up and change of possession.
And I think, and you just said it there, partner, the better team. Right now, you look at this schedule that Tongi had. They opened up with Lewisburg, who obviously had a little bit of a down year last year after coming off a great season for the Lady Wildcats. They look like they're primed to make a deep run. That's a very solid team. You go against Atchison, and you handle business there, and then you come into tonight against Wamego. I mean, you're talking about 2 of the first 3 games of the year against
really quality opponents.
Exactly. Two teams that could very well be going against each other in the state tournament later, in early March. So it's a brutal opening schedule for Tongia as well. And like you say, you just got to try to make the best of it and learn and grow from it. That's the only way.
And we're seeing
you can do it.
Seeing some new faces on the Wamego Lady Red Raiders side.
Already up by 41 total points. Head coach Brian McIntosh is not one to risk any injury or anything like that, but also get his underclassmen in there as well.
Get them some court time and some the very valuable varsity experience. Goes a long ways.
There's still a couple of starters sprinkled in there, others that kind of came off the bench earlier, so not completely calling off the dogs yet.
No.
And still, but have to imagine that's not going to last much longer, I wouldn't think, especially if they can build on their lead here. Last foul's on Herrera. It's her first. Free throw on the way from Gallagher, and good. 3 for 3 at the free throw line so far. Mariah Sneed quickly into the game for Sierra Ennis. Sneed will hit the low block. She'll be charged with blocking out Hubler. Trying to go 4 for 4, and she does.
Yeah, Wamego's been deadly from the line, too. That's usually a sign of a seasoned team.
Pearson again.
Telegraphed that pass.
A handful of steals. Can't quite finish on that one. And a foul come from behind. Heads up now. It's actually a foul here on Wamego. They call it on Meinhardt. And it's her first. And that's probably about the only flaw that we could talk about for Wamego in that first half is the team fouls. They got close to 10 there towards the end. They had a fairly clean first quarter, and then quickly they just kind of went on a little spurt.
They got more aggressive as the game went on, too. And
exactly.
It showed up in the foul category.
And already a minute and a half in this one and 2 on the board. Looks like she bounced it off the shoe of a Red Raider, but they're going to say last out on Maslick. Wamego basketball. Coach Lewis trying to keep some of the forwards for Tongi on some fresh legs here. We see Bennett now coming in for Sneed. There's Hubler swinging around. She can hand off to Springer, and she'll get to Pearson. Into the corner to Hubler again. Trying to get it down low. Good defense by Sage. Getting down for it. Who else? Schoeneck.
Yeah.
They'll stay down on this end with the Red Raiders.
Really good hustle. That's what you'd like to see. No matter what the score is, she's diving on the floor for balls. That's what you got to love.
Give down low, put up, no good from Meinhardt. Gets the rebound underneath Gallagher, misses, kicks it back out. Springer for 3, knocks it down. And the first bucket of the night for Springer, a 3-pointer. Takes that point total up for Wamego up to 49. And Pearson, she has been a nightmare on the defensive end, but Schoeneck, when she's able to keep up with her the past couple times, she's been able to poke it away last second.
Yeah, they just traded steals there, almost steals.
Pearson catch and shoot in the corner. Offline, and she runs down her own rebound, quickly giving it to Springer. Gallagher calling for it down low. She didn't see her. Back to Pearson. She's going to drive. Running mid-range floater is good.
Lady Chieftains yet to get on the board here in the second half.
Overhead pass, Lynn. Long range 2, rattles it home.
Got a good look there.
Kind of caught the Wamego defense napping a little bit, had plenty of space. I like the aggressiveness, catching and shooting and rattling it home. First bucket of the night for Macy Lynn. Gallagher going to work on Bennett, finishing with the left hand, offline, fighting for it, and Last second ripped out by Meinhardt, but the whistle was blown, and it'll be Lady Chieftain basketball. As Denny and Hecht will now come in. Springer and Meinhardt to the bench for Wamego. Isaacs got a little bit of a hip check there. She was making the pass to Schoeneck. Well, they have a foul on Denny, and that'll be her fourth. She doesn't really like the call. She heads over to the bench. Back in now is McKee. Lakin Bennett going to pull the trigger from three. Can't connect. And a rebound over the head of Schoeneck by Hubler. Pearson give and go to Heck. Moving around, penetration, running floater off the front iron, rebound, and shot put up by Hubler. Now gives it to Pearson, kick out, swing around, Hubler again with it. Gallagher trying to size up Bennett down low, trying to work it down to her. Isaacs trying to jump that pass, didn't get it. Wamego with some numbers, trying to dish it last second was Pearson. And a Lady Chieftain steal comes away with it. Lynn got to slow down for just a moment. She collects. Lady Chieftains had numbers for just a moment. Schoeneck will put it up and knock it down, rattle off the front iron. A lucky bounce.
Well, the Lady Chieftains haven't given up, to their credit.
And a block. Hubler trying to put up that three, and Lakin Bennett got a piece of it. Another jump ball. It'll stay at this end.
Now, Coach Loomis has got to be happy with the effort anyway.
Yes. Yeah, it's very easy when you go into the halftime locker room and come out down 41 points to just say, what are we here for?
Yeah.
And just kind of phone it in, but
they're not doing that.
No, they're not.
No.
Three-point bucket, catch and shoot is good for Heck. Her second three-point bucket of the night. And that takes her into double digits at 10.
That was nothing but net.
And a head fake at the elbow, drives in, stops for a moment. Up top now to Isaac. She's going to attack with the left side. Bounce pass to Maslick underneath. Shot is put up off the iron. Rebound underneath by Gallagher. And partner, I do want to go back to your point, like you were talking about, this Lady Chieftain team not coming out and giving up. That's just not a characteristic of a team that is coached and led by Mitch Loomis.
That's true.
Because we've seen that even last year when the Lady Chieftains, they had their ups and downs without a doubt, but when they were going through some hard times in the year, they went all four quarters. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Even if the running clock was on the fourth, it did not matter. They were playing their hearts out.
And they still are.
It was easy to say last year, oh, well, the starter, it was 5 seniors. They were just doing that because they didn't, wanted to not take any second for granted. Well, the same still going out here for this squad. Only one senior, one junior, and a good mix of freshmen and sophomores. A fairly young team. It's just a good characteristic of a good coach, but also good leaders on this team as well.
Yeah, so I think the future is bright.
Hubler again knocks it down.
And just think of all the valuable experience Schoeneck's getting, this varsity experience.
Yep.
She's going to have 3 more years. It's going to be exciting to see how she develops. There was a nice pass to Lakin Bennett there by Schoeneck. And Lakin is fouled.
Fouls on Hex. Lakin Bennett will go to the free throw line. A chance to get Tonganoxie up to double digits. They're at 8 right now.
They really need to knock down their free throws.
There's the 10. Can't get it to fall. Meinhardt back into the game for Wamego. Jim coming down to a mere whisper. Second one on the way. Rattle home. There it goes. Meinhardt on the attack, gets turned away into the hands of Hubler. Takes a screen and tried to pass it last second to her teammate that was cutting to the basket. Number 15, Kayla McAdam.
Rare turnover for the Lady Red Raiders.
Yeah, you probably would need a couple hands to count the turnovers for Tonganoxie. Meanwhile, Wamego, I think you can count them on one hand. They've been very clean in that category. Fight for the ball underneath, and the Lady Red Raiders come away with it. Under 2 minutes left to play in the third. Catch and shoot. Heck can't connect from three-point range. Fighting hard for it is Meinhardt. She just takes it away from Herrera.
Yeah. You like to see Tonga get a few more of those 50-50 balls, as they call them.
Open underneath was McAdam. It was going to be an easy two, and Shonek comes in with the foul.
Going to make her earn it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Second foul of the game for Alyssa Shonek. Kayla McAdam, the 5'7" senior. Lynn back in for Maslick for Tonganoxie. Clock is stopped at 1 minute, 30 seconds exactly. 56-9 is the lead for Wamego. The traveling Red Raider fans definitely have to be happy with their team's performance so far, as they're looking to bump up that perfect record so far to 3-0. Isaac's waiting for an opening. She's going to drive right side. Good find. Macy Lynn.
Oh, you got to finish those. Good rebound by Lakin Bennett.
Gives her a second chance. She capitalizes.
Credit Lakin Bennett with that. She got the offensive board and the assist on that one.
On the bunny underneath, Macy Lynn couldn't connect the first time. Lakin Bennett crashing the boards, as you said, partner. And that's, again, just the hustle and the effort still being put out here. And a game that is already decided. Lady Chieftains not going away, and another foul underneath. This is going to be the third on Shonek.
Yeah, she's going to have to be careful.
Well, again, at this point, I think it's easy if you're Coach Loomis. I think you're probably just leave her in there. Again, let her get that varsity experience as much as she can get.
Yeah.
Leave her in there till the end of the game, or if she happens to foul out. First free throw is off the line. McAdam again back at the line. Bennett will come out for a breather. Ennis back into the game. On the way, no good. Ennis off the bench comes down with the rebound.
Good block out that time by Ennis.
Textbook. Lob in, Meinhardt underneath. Too strong off the glass. He'll be Lady Chieftain basketball. Herrera with the head fake, gives it out to Schoeneck, and might have been deflected just a little bit as it comes up short. Gonna have to put up a shot here. It's gonna be heck good if it goes. Off the iron, can't connect, and we head to the fourth quarter. Wamego in front, 45 is the lead, 56-11. Be back with the final quarter of action in game one of our doubleheader next here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Ready to close out this final quarter of action here. Wamego well on their way to a victory. A 45-point lead in the fourth they have over Tonganoxie. Still, if we've learned anything about these Lady Chieftains over the years, that they're going to play these final 8 minutes and leave it out on the court. And puts it right into the gut of Isaacs. Isaacs going to try to drive left side, had it swatted away. Good save in front of the Tongi bench by Meinhard, 21-12, making magic. And that now puts Pearson at 20 points even on the night. She has had quite the outing.
Well, the Lady Red Raiders aren't giving up either. They're still playing hard.
Yep. The majority of starters still out there getting time. Coach McIntosh not calling off the Dogs just in. Here's another steal, and Pearson got tripped up as she was on her way. Tripped over Herrera. And Herrera's going to get tagged with the foul there. That'll be her second. And with the deficit at 40 or more here in the fourth quarter, the running clock has been turned on. Meinhard just, you can see the communication down low as Gallagher can't get the second effort. You can kind of see her nodding to Pearson, saying to drive on this side, and she kind of was in like the form of an offensive lineman, just kind of backing out. Schoeneck, obviously a little bit of a mismatch down low, clearing up traffic, just couldn't finish on the layup or the second chance. Again, just that team chemistry and that connection between these Lady Red Raiders that have been playing for a couple of years now. It's just a simple idea. They could just look at each other and give a nod and know exactly what to do.
Kind of like Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce.
Unless it's against Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's true.
Then it's big three from Springer. And this is the highest point total that Wamego has had all season long at 61. They scored 50 or 51 in their first game, and then 57 in their last game this past Tuesday. And now 61 and counting here against Tonganoxie. So I think this is now officially the calling off of the Dogs here. It's more of a the majority of the bench now being subbed in for Wamego. Coach Loomis not making any indications to clear out his bench yet. Under 5 minutes left to play. Schoeneck trying to connect, comes up short again on that one. As she gets her own rebound, puts it up
hustle.
And good. She's got 5.
Good hustle right there. Didn't get discouraged when she missed the long shot. She followed it up.
And that's why
got the rebound and put it back up for 2.
That's why they tell you to follow your shot.
Yeah.
Would have been a high probability shot down low for Wilbur. It's just through her hands. Isaacs will get checked out and Bennett will come in. There's about 3 players on the Tongi bench right now who we have not seen in this game as of yet. We'll see when and if Coach Loomis decides to say enough is enough and go ahead and put them in and avoid injury to any of his starters or key role players. Under 4 minutes left to play. 61-13 is the lead for Wamego. Tonganoxie trying to go out on a high note. Ennis turned around, just didn't have the angle off the side of the backboard.
Yeah, she was too far behind the board.
Trying to give it.
Good hands by Lake and Bennett there.
They're looking for Denny that time on the give and go. Bennett saying not today. Spin move here and a travel. Just one too many steps there. Trying to put up a shot the last second. And Denny losing her footing on the hardwood. Folks, don't forget to stick around after the conclusion of this game. We will take a break for about 10 minutes or so. We will be back live on air. We'll jump right into our pregame show material for the boys' game between Tonganoxie and Wamego. We'll have that broadcast of the game in its entirety here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you always stay up to date with our latest broadcast and never miss a live stream of all your favorite Chieftain athletes here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Or if you are tuning in from Wamego, couldn't make the trip up, thank you for joining us tonight. A very happy night if you're a Lady Red Raider fan right now. 61-13 is the lead. On their way to going to 3-0 on the year. It'll be interesting to see if Wamego decides to come back for the invitational tournament here in Tongi later in January or not. But I imagine this is going to be one of the teams when it comes to state tournament time that we're going to be reading as the Wamego Lady Raiders up there contending for a 1 seed, I'd say.
Yeah, no question.
And finishing in third in last year's state tournament. Floater off the backboard and good. Amber Kinsley, the 5'4" sophomore. And Kinsley, there you go. How about a back-to-back buckets right there? Doing it all herself. Herrera in a little bit of trouble, feeling the pressure. Gives it to Lynn. Bennett looking down low. Schoeneck deflected and another turnover.
Yeah, she forced that pass.
That's something that these Lady Chieftains definitely need to try to work on going forward. Just got to try to find a way to limit the turnovers, limit the mistakes. In a game like tonight, it's hard when you're facing a team that is as good as Wamego, and it's going to get even tougher as the next opponent up, at least for us here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, at Eudora. And both the Eudora boys and girls teams preseason ranked. I believe the girls were up there maybe 1 and 4A, if not 2 or 3, and the boys are the same way.
Yeah.
You've got to find a way when you're facing these good teams, even when you're not facing the great teams, just got to try to find a way to limit the turnovers and not give away these easy free points.
Yeah, you just want to try and get better every game.
Exactly.
And I'm sure Coach Loomis is putting an emphasis on that.
Right. Final 20 seconds coming down here. Herrera building right side, cuts back to the left, running floater put up, off the back iron, can't fall, gets her own rebound and a foul. And with the running clock, and it's going to, they're going to stop it for the free throws coming up here for Mariah Herrera. Herrera's first chance at some points here has been held scoreless until now. Finally breaks the seal. Boys starting to make their way out of the locker room, get ready for their game coming up here in a few moments. Herrera goes 2 for 2 at the line, and that will do it. Wamego 67, Tonganoxie 15. That is your ball game indeed. Well said by John Tollefson. And again, this, like we talked about, just one of those games. You look over on the other side, you just tip your cap, and
yep,
This could potentially be a team you see later on, either in the tournament or even potentially in the playoffs. I mean, you just never know. But Wamego, I definitely they look like a team that's out for blood. They're out. I think they're a little salty on that third place finish, coming up just a little bit short of the state championship game. And
they look like they're on a mission, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. Look like a team on a mission. I think that's exactly that was the words I was looking for. I just couldn't spit them out for some reason. A team on a mission, without a doubt. And they got a strong senior class behind them with 6 seniors. Is that what we came down to?
Yeah.
6 seniors. A lot of experienced juniors,
and 5
even
juniors.
sophomores underneath. So, yeah, it's a really, really good squad for Wamego, and we wish them the best of luck the rest of the way. As for Tonganoxie, you fall to 1-2 on the year. You got another tough opponent coming up on the road at Eudora next Thursday on the 15th. I think you come in, whether if you come in next week or tomorrow on Saturday, or if they just get back to practice on Monday, I'm not sure. But I think this just kind of has to be a game to you talk about it for a moment, talk about what needs to get better, and just kind of move on.
Yeah, you got to put this one behind you.
Can't dwell on it for very long. Just got to try to move on, learn from your mistakes, and
have a short memory.
Exactly. As you got another tough one coming up against the Lady Cardinals, and we will have that game on Tonganoxie Sports Live as well. So we're going to take a break. We'll be back live in about 10 minutes or so, and we will have the pregame coverage of the boys game coming up next year on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Thank you all so much for joining us for Game 1 of our doubleheader on a Friday night at Tonganoxie High.
The following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live, your new home for Chieftain athletics. It's time for the Chieftains on your new home for Tonganoxie High School athletics. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by It's time for the Chieftains, right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
And welcome back into Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. Game 2 of our doubleheader between the Red Raiders and the Chieftains, getting ready to start here in just a little over a minute. And in case you're just now joining us, Lady Chieftains falling to the Lady Red Raiders 67-15. Wamego moves up to 3-0 on the year, as all eyes are going to be on them as they look to make another deep postseason run this year. Meanwhile, we flip our attention to the boys varsity squad partner. 0-2 on the year, still looking for that first W. Last time we saw them this past Tuesday, 66-40, a loss against Atchison. Just what went wrong in that game? Because it really never felt like they were really in it too much from the start.
Well, they were really out-hustled, which is really rare to see from a team that's coached by Coach Jones. You can see his frustration as well, but Atchison just they got all the 50-50 balls. They just acted like they wanted the game more. So hopefully we'll see a different outcome tonight.
We're getting ready to turn it over again to John Tolson for our national anthem.
We welcome you and our guests from Wamego High School. Kansas State High School Activities Association and Tonganoxie High School encourage you to make good sportsmanship a priority at all times. Winning is for a day, sportsmanship is for a lifetime. We invite you to remain seated at halftime of tonight's game for a performance from our Chieftain Stars dance team. At this time, we ask that you please stand, remove your hats, and help us honor America and those who serve it in the playing of our national anthem. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For Wamego, number 2, a 6'5" senior, Joey Shea. For Tonganoxie, number 4, a 6'2" sophomore, Taylor Allen Blackford. For Wamego, number 3, a 5'11" junior, Spencer Hecht. For Tonganoxie, number 11, a 6' junior, Alex Crowley. For Wamego, number 5, a 6' senior, Colin Donahue. For Tonganoxie, number 14, a 6'5" senior, Taylor Wood. For Wamego, number 15, a 6'1" senior, Emery Wolf. For Tonganoxie, number 21, a 6'5" freshman, Merrick Davenport. For Wamego, number 34, a 6'1" junior, Drew Patay. And for Tonganoxie, number 23, a 5'11" freshman, Lachlan McCray. Head coaches for this evening's game for Wamego, Troy Himbo. For Tonganoxie, Bill Jones. Officials for this evening's game are Shane Liptine, Matt Krause, and Scott Graw.
And just like that, partner, we see a shakeup in the starting lineup.
Yeah, already. Third game of the year, and this is the little bit of a shakeup. Same up at the top, Langford, Crowley, and Clark. It's the bottom two that is different. We're seeing Merrick Davenport and Lachlan McRae get thrown into the mix. So no Zakiah Glover and no Brandon Wilson. And you got Shea, Heck, Donahue, Wolf, and Patay out for Wamego.
I kind of wondered if we'd see that from Coach Jones since the backcourt struggled so much in that last game against Atchison.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a change that you kind of saw coming a little bit. It's not too much of a surprise, but also you start 0-2, and Coach Jones just early in the year just mixing things up a little, just seeing how it goes. Again, we said this was going to be a season of kind of trial by error and a little bit of experimenting.
Oh, he may be sending a message, too.
A little bit. Davenport out hustled for the rebound. Clark makes up for it on the defensive end, deflecting it out of play. And already you can see a little bit of the energy down there.
Yeah.
Kind of being turned up a little bit.
You got a 6'5" freshman out there diving on the floor already, so that's a long three-pointer.
That's Spencer Heck, number 3.
I wonder if he's related to the Heck on the ladies' team.
Probably a safe assumption. Chieftains first look at it on the offensive end. Crowley from 3 answers. Already, you can just see a little bit of the confidence and the swagger a little bit for Tongi already early in this one. Heads up just a little bit higher than it has been.
Well, they seem to have a lot more energy.
It's almost from a difficult angle getting it off the backboards. Patay, number 34. Two offensive trips for Wamego, 5 points. Chieftains looking to answer here. It was Crowley who hit the 3 last time. McRae's going to give it a try now and off the mark. Battle for it underneath. And it's going to say Wamego basketball, as they say, last touch by Caleb Clark, who shakes his head in frustration. So have you really ever seen a case, though, where a call goes against you and you're just like, oh, okay.
Rarely.
Donahue trying to put on the moves, hands it off to Heck. Now back to Donahue. Give it here near corner to Patay, looking for Donahue on the cut. Didn't have him. Swinging it around. Ball movement here by Wamego, trying to get somebody open.
A lot more energy on the defensive end by the Chieftain.
And the Tongi bench letting them know with a little round of applause. Open jumper, no good. Fighting for the rebound. It'll be Chieftain basketball. And now this time it's Wolf for Wamego that wants to show his protest to the official on the call. And here comes a little bit of this full court pressure here from the Red Raiders, head coach Troy Hempel.
And this is what really hurt the Chieftains against the Atchison. They just had a terrible time breaking the press. Much better job this time.
Yes, indeed. Clark looking to attack, stops for a moment, didn't drag that pivot foot, drilled it into the elbow there. McRae with it here near side. Guarded up by Hecht. In the lane, jump shot, strong off the back iron. Looked like he might have been trying to bank it in. Just couldn't get it to fall. It's still a 5-3 ball game.
I think he's just a little bit amped right now.
Well, Lachlan, a young man, getting his first official varsity start, I imagine. A little bit of nerves coming through there. And an and one on the end, going through the contact and finishing at the rack. Foul's going to be on Davenport. It'll be his first. And Davenport, the freshman, out there getting his first varsity start as well. As this is Donahue looking to finish a three-point play, and he does. Tongi student section all they could, trying to make some noise.
I think we saw somewhere on social media that the Tongi student section was ranked in the top 10 and
yeah, they were
in the state.
Yeah, I saw.
4A.
Yeah, I saw. It was a story that was shared on Facebook by the USD 464 page or Tonganoxie High page. Yeah, somebody actually, and I don't know how you land this assignment, but somebody actually went and they observed all the quote unquote all of the student sections in the state of Kansas. That three-point attempt no good, an offensive rebound, but they actually went around and they decided and they wanted to rank all of the student sections for all the different schools, and the Big Red, which is the student section here at Tonganoxie High, came in at number 6 on that list. So the 6th best student section in the state, according to that specific poll.
That's pretty awesome. And they do show up.
Yes, they do, and they travel as well. Bucket underneath for Shea. And anytime there's ever a state tournament or anything like that, there's typically a bus full of Tongi students. And
good job breaking the press.
And just through the hands of McRae, he had a chance.
Oh,
easy give
that's
underneath.
Too easy.
Another foul, and Brandon Wilson's going to be coming into the game fairly quickly here. After the We Want Brandon chants coming out. This is going to be the second foul on Davenport, so a little bit of foul trouble for him. And he's going to be taking a seat just for a moment. The attempt up short on Pate. Yeah, I imagine that student section, they got to be a little extra rowdy tonight because they're getting close to winter break.
Yeah.
Christmas break. Finals are coming up. They're ready to get it all behind them. It's always one of the best time of years if you're a student, whether high school, college, doesn't matter.
Man, that's terrible. You handle the press that easily and then just throw it away on the other end.
The kind of Glover's also going to be checking in at the next stoppage. Wamego an 11-3 run to start this contest. Under 4 minutes left to play in the opening quarter. Wolf giving it over to Donahue, looking down low for Shea. Trying to go to work on Clark. Long range shot up, no good. Boxed out by Clark, but gets it taken away by Donahue, who finishes for 2. Donahue, the leading scorer at the moment with 5 of the 13 Wamego points. Lone three-point bucket from Alex Crowley. All the Chieftain offense has to show for in this first quarter. Clark with it up above his head, trying to get it down low to Wilson, but nothing there. He's going to try to attack himself. Kick out Crowley. He's going to drive, catches the screen, deflected. They've maintained control. Wilson thought about it. Trying to work it into Clark. Clark trying to go to work here. And a whistle and a foul, and kind of some red on red crime there as the collision from Pate and Wolf kind of pushing one into the other and right into Clark, drawing the foul.
Yep.
And they give it to Wolf, and that'll be his first. Like we said, Zakiah Glover now making his way into the contest, first time tonight. Lob is up and in to Glover, now making its way near corner to Crowley. Chieftains trying to find a way to get it down low to Clark, but he's being shut down by Shea right now. Shea also coming in on the roster, the 6'5 senior. Like 6'5, I think. Could be selling just a little short. Crowley, another three-point attempt, not online, no good. So Glover trying to save it, and he can't. It'll be Red Raider basketball. Lead is 10 right now, 13-3.
Yeah, the Chieftains don't want to dig themselves in a big hole like they did against Atchison. Really tough to come back when you do that.
Down low, Shea goes up and over Clark, and an air ball. And good awareness by Glover.
What are they going to call?
Right? They're saying Tongi basketball. I think initially Zakiah, it looked pretty cut and clear that he kept the toes inbounds. He grabbed the basketball, threw it off the thigh of the Wamego defender.
Yeah.
And I think initially Zakiah was thinking they were going to call Wamego basketball, but all is good. Him and the referee share a laugh, and we move on. It should be staying down here. A kick ball. We have Herzog checking in, number 25 for Wamego. Looks like the head coach for Wamego was trying to send Herzog in earlier, then he had to run back into the locker room for something. And right away, just
a bad pass right there.
He's coming away with the steal. A collision and an offensive foul on Wolf. That'll be his second. So Shea not just enough to catch a quick breather on the bench, and he is back in. Wamego coming in, you got the starting five and a fairly short bench. They only got 3 players dressed out. Wilson catch and shoot, knocks it down from three-point range.
That's what the doctor ordered there.
Second three-pointer of the night for Tonganoxie. And back under double digits, it's the lead for Wamego. Glover almost poked it away. Trying to answer. Short, Shea collects it one-handed, just snagging it over the head of Clark, using that wingspan to his advantage. Donahue attacking right side, trying to finish. Running floater is good with the right hand. He has 7 so far. Glover almost lost it, gets on the floor. In the hands of Langford, he gives it back to Glover, and they'll reset the offense. Clark on the end around to Glover. He's going to try to finish with the left hand. Can't do it. Tipped up. Clark comes away with it. Some separation. Drive in. Penetration. Langford can't finish on the three-point attempt. Chieftains had a good shot from potentially their third three-point bucket of the night, but can't finish. So they trail 9, 15-6. Under 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Wamego looking to extend this lead back up to double digits. Pate, a handoff to Donahue, leading all scorers with 7 points. Donahue to Shea. He's going to drive. It looked like an alley-oop attempt. I'm not sure. Little running floater, but it was short of the mark. And that is how the opening quarter of game number 2 of our doubleheader of the Red Raiders and the Chieftains comes to an end. 15-6 advantage Wamego. We'll be back with second quarter action after the break here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, your home for Chieftain basketball.
Wizard of Paws, now at their newly renovated location in downtown Tonganoxie, offers personalized pet grooming, doggy daycare, dog obedience, and socialization classes. At Wizard of Paws, your pet will get a one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. And their new facility offers amenities and space that is doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or visit their new location at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawspet.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Back for the start of the second quarter here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, taking times out of your busy Friday night, right around the holiday season, getting down to crunch time, your holiday shopping, your baking, whatever it may be. Taking out some time for some Chieftain basketball here. 15-6 is the lead right now for Wamego. The boys trying to cut into this deficit a little bit. Only 2 baskets made in the first quarter, both from three-point range. One from Crowley, one from Wilson, and now Glover on the drive has a chance to finish the old-fashioned three-point play at the line.
I'd like to see them do more of that penetrate into that defense and finish at the rim.
Foul is on Heck. That's the third team foul. Both teams with 3 team fouls now. Glover can't finish at the free throw line. It stays 15-8. McRae back into the game and quickly down low. Basket was no good, fighting for it, and that was Pate, number 34, down low, and kind of grabbed a hold of Glover there and kind of pulled him away. Nevertheless, it'll stay down at this end. Langford out, Crowley in.
Zakaya's really playing hard, trying to get back into coach's good graces, I think. Chieftains are in a zone defense now.
This is Monroe with it, fresh into the game. Head fake from Heck. Donahue. Monroe, jumper in the lane, no good. Gets his own rebound. Puts on the ground, wants it taken away. Davenport.
Good block right there by Davenport.
Davenport with 2 fouls. Haven't seen him since the first quarter. And now Crowley gets tripped up. And here come the Red Raiders with some numbers. And Glover now pickpockets him. McRae running up ahead. He doesn't get it. Now he does in the corner. And they'll set up the offense with Glover at point. Good job by the Chieftain offense trying not to hurry. Just slowing down, taking a couple seconds, getting the offense set up. And try to get some ball movement, try to create a lane, try to cut in and attack at the basket and see what happens. We saw Glover do it last time, attacking with the left hand, kicks out. Wilson, he made one earlier, can't connect that time, and another rebound for Shea.
I'm not sure Coach Jones was real happy with that shot. I think he'd like to see more of an attacking offense trying to get to the basket.
In the corner, Monroe for 3. No. Tipped out, and what was going to be a breakaway for Glover. He had Donahue chasing him, but we got a whistle down on this end. And I believe it is on Wamego. Was it 24 or 34? It was on Pate, so number 34, and that'll be his first. Clark comes back in after a breather, and Davenport will head to the bench for a breather. We saw Wamego start a little bit of full court pressure, but now backing off on it, letting the Chieftains bring it across uncontested at the half court line.
Part of that's because the Chieftains really handled that press well.
Now we have an offensive foul here. They tag that to Glover. Coach Jones asking for a little bit of an explanation as to what, saying Glover, when he's setting the screen, just kind of stuck that hip out a little too far for a hip check. And he gets tagged with his first of the game. 14 fouls for both teams. Crowley hits the deck in effort to draw a foul, and he does just that. The whistle was a tad bit late. It looked like maybe no call was going to be made, but it does at the end, and it's on Donahue, his first. Rapid substitutions in this game early for Tonganoxie, keeping fresh legs out there for the starting five. Under 5.5 left to play in the second quarter. It's still 15-8 Wamego. Crowley off the screen. Langford was looking for it. He didn't see him. Another attack. Good find underneath by Glover, but Crowley was just too far underneath the basket, and he carries it and turns it over.
Too many empty possessions.
And that was a great pass down low
It
in traffic. It was just too far underneath the basket, right beside the baseline. Crowley, not much you can do with it. Monroe attacking, stripped again. Caleb Clark with it. And just trying too hard, trying to force it down low to Brandon Wilson. There were 2 or 3 red jerseys in the area. Monroe for 3, knocks it down. And a timeout called by Tongi. Coach Jones wants some time. It's going to be a full timeout, and we will go ahead and take that with them. Wamego back up to double digits, 18-8. They lead. 4:45 left to go in the second quarter here at Tongi High.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
Back out of the break here on Tongi Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. 18-8 is the lead for the Wamego Red Raiders in the second period. 4 minutes and 40 seconds and counting left. A big three-pointer on the other end from Monroe. Wilson trying to answer, and he airmails it too strong. This has been a game, partner, where I feel like the Chieftains, they've just been kind of hanging around, not allowing Wamego to get too far ahead, but yet it's been hard for them to build any momentum. Once they feel like they got it, Wamego just goes on a little spurt, a little run, makes them start over. Jumper there, no good, and another second chance.
That's what kills you right there. You give up those second and third chances, and it's hard to stay in a game that way.
Second from three-point range for Hecht. Crowley splitting the double team and a whistle. And it'll be on Donahue. And that's his second, so now Donahue and Wolf each with 2 fouls. No indications of subs coming in yet, right? As I say that, here comes one. It's going to be Herzog, and he will come in for Donahue after picking up his second foul. Glover, Clark, Crowley, Davenport, and Langford, the 5 in there for Tonganoxie. Crowley hands it off to Glover. Glover trying to attack.
Nice pass.
And good extra pass and a block from behind, but a whistle. And now be the second on Hecht. He felt like he had a clean block, but nevertheless, good passing underneath by Tongi there.
You get good ball movement like that, that opens up opportunities for you.
This is Merrick Davenport, the 6'5 freshman. Stripped to the free throw line as he knocks down his first attempt. Tongi is now in the bonus. This is 7th team foul on Wamego. And now Hecht is going to get checked out of the game, and in for him, number 11, Luke Ish. Can't quite get it off the bank for the second attempt.
Good hustle by the Chieftains there.
Come away with it. Shea was trying to tiptoe near that baseline, trying to save it, and couldn't do it. Glover, good pass. Langford bounce once, fires, can't finish. And a rebound pulled down by Pate. Oh my goodness. What a save. Crowley, what a play.
That's what you like to see.
And it's back to a 10-point lead for the Red Raiders. What an effort by Langford.
It was.
Right near the half-court line. Diving out, just looked like he deflected it, looked like he was going to land on the baseline when he touched it, but somehow just stayed off of it just enough to bat it back in, and the ball finds its way to Crowley for the easy two. Speaking of Crowley, he just picked up his first foul of the game. Monroe firing away again, and nothing but net.
How many is that for him?
It's his second, and now comes away with the steal. Monroe blows by Glover. He's going to take it himself on Clark. No good on the contested shot. Wilson feeling the pressure, dribbles it out himself, hands it to Glover, quickly up to Davenport near the three-point line. Chieftains trying to hang around here. Glover, southpaw takes the shot, and he is fouled by Ish.
Well, he needs to cash these in.
So not one, not two, but 3 free throws on the way for Zakiah Glover. Clock is stopped, 2 minutes, 26 seconds. No good on his first attempt, so no 3 points coming at the moment for Tongi. For 2 so far on this trip. McRae's going to be coming in for Glover, so he'll stay at the scorer's table. Crowley comes in for Davenport. Trying to knock the last one down, and he does. Wamego currently double the points that Tongi has, 24-12. Monroe looking for his third. That's short. And the long reach of Shea. Right, just kind of reaching that hand out there, snagging that basketball. It's like that one-handed catch by Devontae Adams last night. The sticky hands, gets the rebound, and draws the foul. It'll be on Clark. So he was trying to box out the big frame of Shea, and that'll be his second. Monroe on the inbounds, hands it to Phil Jones. We'll see what he does with it. He gives it back to the official. It'll be Tongi basketball. Not even a slight chuckle or nothing.
You were hoping he was going to try and make a fast break? They're just trying to force too many passes.
They are. Crowley right there as Monroe is trying to dribble it back out. Possession arrow at the moment in favor of Wamego. Monroe jumping right on top of Crowley as Crowley was trying to hold on to that basketball in his midsection, right around the rib cage. And Monroe just kind of jumping right on top of him.
That was good hustle by Crowley, though.
Yeah, everyone seems all right. He'll stay down here with Wamego. Monroe trying to change directions, going behind the back. Langford trying to apply pressure. He'll hand it off. Pate with it. Guarded by Crowley. He's going to drive left side. Monroe can't finish that one. Into the hands of Clark it goes. Chieftains looking for a bucket here. Get it back to a 10-point lead or perhaps under single digits. Crowley is short, off the face of Shea and collected by Monroe. Up ahead, Ish. Deflected and taken away. Lachlan McRae. Got defenders, can't finish with the left hand, trying to keep it alive. Into the hands of Crowley. McRae now calling for it in the corner. And a travel call. And that's just the young, inexperienced play from Lachlan McRae at the varsity level, only the 5'11 freshman. He was calling for that three-pointer. Just drawing too much attention. The defender saw it. He was setting up to catch and shoot, and by the time he was up in the air, the defender well in his way, just kind of got caught in no man's land. Now under a minute left to play, 24-12, and another steal. McRae bounce pass up to Crowley, stripped away by Ish, but a foul. If there wasn't a foul, that would have been Wamego basketball as well, so it would have gone off the foot of Crowley. But instead, 2 free throws coming.
And one more foul by the Red Raiders, and the Chieftains will be in the double bonus.
I think there were 2 free throws coming on this play regardless. Nevertheless, for about the final 41 seconds or so, Tongi will be in the double bonus. Crowley, after knocking down his first attempt, goes for 2 for 2. He's got 7 points and almost another steal there. Coach Jones, a pat on the rear end for the young fella, liking the hustle.
Oh, there's a lot more energy out of these Chieftains tonight, you can see.
Yeah. Ball is into Monroe. He's going to attack, goes up with the right hand, can't finish. Ball batted around. McRae gets it, trying to get it up, and it ends up into the hands of Crowley. Coach Jones telling them hold their horses for a second, and let's see how they use these final 20 seconds and counting. Crowley trying to direct traffic. Handoff is to Wilson. He comes up to the other side.
Probably going to hold it for the last shot, I would think.
Under 10 seconds. Crowley has space to Langford. He'll take the shot. Short off the iron. Got to put up a heave. Good if it goes, and it's short. Chieftains battle hard at the end. Close the deficit to 10, 24-14. Alex Crowley leading the way, 7 of the 14 points for Tonganoxie. We will be right back with the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. We're going to turn it over for our halftime performance by the Chieftain Stars. We'll go into commercial break, and then we will go into our halftime material here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Please welcome to the court the 2022-2023 Chieftain Stars dance team. The freshmen are Taylor Shogren, Lauren Dunn, and Emma Wardenfield. The sophomores are Stella Bradley, Jersey Glover, Harper Robbins, and Jaden Darrow. The juniors are Manny Mahoney, Alyssa Novotny, and Maya Lewis. And the seniors are Aaron Ulrich and Chloe Ferguson. Tonight, the girls will be performing to Oh Santa, choreographing circuit. Jaden Darrow, Alyssa Novotny, Maya Lewis, Manny Mahoney, and Aaron Ulrich. Good luck, ladies. Your music is on.
Wizard of Paws, now at their newly renovated location in downtown Tonganoxie, offers personalized pet grooming, doggy daycare, dog obedience, and socialization classes. At Wizard of Paws, your pet will get a one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. And their new facility offers amenities and space that is doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or visit their new location at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawspet.com.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
One shot, $1. Come on up. There's a 2-liter bottle of soda. There's another win, back to line. And another winner, Mr. Walsh.
Kind of little out of the ordinary coverage here during the halftime show on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We had the excellent performance by the Chieftains Stars dance team. We had Santa come out. We got pelted with little peppermint mints.
Yeah, we did.
He dropped off some extra ones because one of us is on the naughty list and one's on the nice list because I got 3. How many you got over
I got
there?
0.
Yeah, you got 0, so that tells the story. And now we got a 3-point contest. His foot was on the line. His foot was on the line. Ain't
We're going to count it.
Not raining 3s, it's drizzling 2s. All my grown-ups, movie fans there. Again, just a lot of. Did he call bank, though? That's the only question. Did he call bank?
The bank is open.
Oh. Get that, young man. Come on, buddy, lob it up there. Yeah, that.
Hey, good job, everybody, and thanks for the support for the Diversity Club at the Papa Shop contest.
I'm surprised you didn't throw your name. You didn't throw your name in the ring to get in there.
I'm afraid I might break a hip.
Wait, you got to put up like the granny shot.
Yeah.
You got to throw out a hip doing the granny shot. Well, I guess with that, we'll just go ahead. We'll keep it here. We'll recap that first half a little bit. We'll take our final commercial break before the start of the second half, but. Definitely to start the game, we saw a little mix in the starting lineup. Langford, Crowley, Clark, they've started all 3 games so far, but you saw Davenport and McRae, 2 freshmen getting put in there. First of all, that says a lot of what Coach Jones really thinks about those 2 freshmen to put them in there in the starting lineup. And also maybe sending a message to Brandon Wilson and Zakiah Glover as well, just trying to make a change and maybe spark some momentum or to spark a flame in this Chieftain team to get them going. And for many parts of that first half, it looked like it worked.
Yeah, I think it worked exceptionally well, especially for Zakiah Glover. I mean, he really hustled on both ends of the floor. So much better effort by the Chieftains tonight than we saw against the Atchison team. It's just head and shoulders above that effort.
They've been hurt a little bit by the 3 ball. There's been 4 total 3-pointers made by Wamego so far tonight. Everything else has been just kind of nip and tuck, but Monroe's got a couple, Heck has a couple, and that's pretty much it. Everyone else is just kind of getting theirs outside of that. It's weird, like I talked about, the momentum and feel of this game. Like it feels like a game that Wamego, and I'm sure if you ask them, I feel like they would say they've been dominating this game and that they should probably be up by more. Meanwhile, Tongi, they haven't had a whole lot going. They built a lot of momentum there towards the end of the second quarter, but outside of that, it was just kind of, they would get some momentum going, and then it would just kind of stall out. How did they carry that momentum over into this third quarter, partner?
Well, I think I'm sure Coach Jones had a nice meeting with them. Well, it'll be interesting to see who starts this second half.
As the Tongi starters now are coming out, they will get their final warm-up shots in. We're going to take this final minute and a half. We're going to give our sponsors some love, and when we come back, we will have second half action here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farbeer agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
Ready to get things started here back at Tonganoxie High School. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Wren. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight on our coverage of the doubleheader of boys and girls varsity basketball between the Wamego Red Raiders and the Tonganoxie Chieftains. Tongi will start out with the ball as Curley will inbound right in front of the student section. Only a 10-point deficit right now.
Same starting five.
Yep. Same as for Wamego as well. Both teams send out their starting fives to start the second half. Chieftains were really starting to get in a groove, especially on defense. They are flying around, deflecting passes, getting steals, and they've been having some pretty good ball movement as well on the offensive end. A little bit of that shown back here. McRae can't quite connect. He's going to get it one of these times.
Chieftains do a good job getting back on defense. I'm sure that was a point of emphasis too. They need to guard that three-point line a little better.
Shea stops, jumper from the elbow, can't rattle home. Langford had it for a moment, lost it, still fighting for it underneath, and no foul call as Wolf looking around for a whistle. He did not get one. And both teams are held scoreless on their first possessions here in the third.
Chieftains being a little more deliberate on offense this half so far.
And Crowley might have been just thinking a half second ahead. If he would have looked that into his hands, I think he was going to fire it from three. Instead, fumbled the catch. We'll keep it moving. McRae. Across, trying to pass it, almost deflected and lost. He gets it. Now hand it off to Davenport. Now Davenport looks for an option, risky pass, but Crowley collects. Wamego defender staying right on top of the Chieftains.
They're trying to get Caleb Clark involved in the offense, just having a difficult time getting it inside. I'd like to see him, the backcourt, drive it a little bit more. There we go.
Davenport going to work on Shea and gets the better of him.
That's a nice finish with the left hand by the freshman.
Freshman against senior on that matchup, and point to the freshman. It's a big confidence booster for Davenport. You saw the big smile on his face running back to the defensive end. And an easy bucket for two underneath by Wolf.
Yeah, that was too easy.
Got the defender off his feet, just held onto the ball. Took one more bounce and step inside. Easy two, back to a 10-point lead. This is just kind of where we've been the majority of the game for Wamego. They got off on a run. They've had a 10-point lead, 12-point lead. Chieftains have cut it down to within 8, maybe 6. That's about it. Crowley, short from NBA range. It's a scrum for the basketball right now. Coach Info for Wamego tried to call a timeout last second, but the possession arrow is in his team's favor. Brandon Wilson's going to be checking in here. And he will come in for Caleb Clark. Senior checking out senior on that rotation for Coach Jones. Down low underneath Shea. Doesn't get much easier than that.
No. Too easy.
The Red Raiders tearing through the Chieftain defense down low on the blocks. Back-to-back easy bunnies underneath. Chieftains slinging it around. Wilson will fire and
settling for
off
way
line.
too many outside shots.
You see all the traffic down low. They're not giving them much opportunity to try to get it down low. Clark has been trying to have a time, and now you got Langford down there. It's a hard time. That's been a little bit of the common theme we've seen with Tongi so far, just in the first 3 games. 2.5 games, I should say, as we're only in the second half of this one, but teams are not allowing them to get easy buckets down low. This is McRae, and count the bucket. They're going to call a foul on Donahue. And that's going to be his 3rd. A couple of Wamegos with some fouls. Donahue with 3, Hecht and Wolf each with 2. And Ish, who we saw later in the second quarter, also has 2. Pate has 1. Monroe will check in. He has been the three-pointer threat for Wamego. He hit 2 along with Heck. He also hit 2 as well. McRae looking to cap off the three-point play, and he can't do it. Too strong off the back iron, so they have to settle for 2.
Chieftains, other than Alex Crowley, have really struggled from the line.
Another jump ball, and this time it'll be coming down the Chieftains' way.
Good hustle by Clark there.
A little bit of
a little token pressure here.
Yeah. I get across here, and they do. McRae pulls the trigger, knocks it down. And a little bit of a head nod from the freshman, starting to get that confidence up. And just like that, it's a 7-point game. Shea with it. Langford trying to poke it away. He couldn't get it. Trying to get it out, and a steal. Langford crosses up his defender, and no whistle on the putback. But they get one down here on McRae.
I thought that was on Wilson.
McRae.
They gave it to McRae. Huh.
First foul of the game for Lachlan. Wolf with it up top. Looking for an option. He finds Pate. To the corner to Wolf again. Shea calling for it down low. He's got Clark on him. We're going to have another foul here on the Chieftains, and it's going to be on Lachlan McRae again. So 2 quick fouls picked up by McRae, and he's going to get checked out of the game as Zakiah Glover will come in to take his spot. Another inbound play. Wolf looking for an option, lobs it up. Monroe back to Wolf, and he will take the 3, catch and shoot. No good. Box out by Clark.
Good job that time.
Got it with his right hand and into the hands of Glover. They'll slow down the press for a moment. It'll still be Chieftain basketball. That was a good box out down low there by Clark, using his big frame against the big frame of Shea. Chieftains looking to strike here again. That's a travel. Glover
Tried to do a
took
Euro
just,
step, but he got called for the travel.
just took one too many steps there. He was trying to kick it out into the corner to, I believe it was Crowley that was down there. The defense got in his way. And Wamego just gives it right back as Wolf, he was looking over to, it was Heck. Heck was kind of dancing around and thought he was coming to the ball. Instead, Heck was making a cut to the basket.
As you see, the Chieftains cut into this lead a little bit more here.
Tried to look to make these turnovers hurt a little bit for Wamego. So we approach 2 minutes left to play in the third.
I see him get a good shot here.
Clark looking for options, stops. Thought about maybe an up and under move, but gives it back out to Crowley. Tested pass, but Langford brings it in. Good defense here by Wamego. Now under 2 minutes left to play in the third. Wilson dribbling to his right, hands off to Glover, coming back left. Langford going to try to drive, taking himself. And it's a foul. It'll be on the floor, but not a shooting foul. And Wamego faithful here are asking where was the travel call. That'll be the third of the game on Wolf, so he will get checked out. And Herzog will come back in off the bench. So Donahue and Wolf each with 3 fouls apiece. Long offensive possession. Chieftains trying to finish it with some points, and they're going to have a chance to earn them at the line with Caleb Clark. And
Good things happen when you drive the basket.
Fouls on Shea. Clark at the line, shooting 2.
Yeah, you got to find a way to knock down these 2 free throws
yeah.
here. You just rely on your senior and his free throw abilities to get you even closer back into this game. First one on the way is good. Now a 2-possession game. Second one on the way.
Oh.
Can't get in. Wilson, I think if he jumps just a half second later, he might have come down with that rebound.
Yeah, he mistimed his jump.
Just a tad bit too early. And Coach
Wamego.
Hempel is going to call a full timeout. Wamego, they want a chance, try to regroup here. Tonganoxie storming back. 28-22 is the lead for Wamego. 1:20 left to go in the third quarter.
Black and Gold leads to sold at Skeet Real Estate in Tonganoxie. Steve Skeet and the agents at Skeet Real Estate are dedicated to helping you either buy your dream home or sell your home quickly. Plus, Skeet is a one-stop shop with a full line of insurance products from Skeet Insurance. In Tonganoxie and the surrounding area, your choice for real estate and insurance is Skeet. To learn more, follow them on Facebook at Skeet Real Estate or call 913-845-2255.
From its native roots to the bustling community it is today, Tonganoxie's past is as unique as its future. With small town charm and big city amenities, Tonganoxie is the ideal place to grow a business and grow a family. Just 20 minutes from both Lawrence and Kansas City, Tonganoxie is perfectly positioned. Take an afternoon and come explore Tonganoxie. To learn more, go to tonganoxie.org.
Back out of the full timeout taken by Wamego. They've seen their double-digit lead get trimmed down to now 6. Looking for a bucket here to kind of put a halt in this Tongi momentum being built up and carried over from the second quarter. Trying to get it down low to Shea in a double team. And now a lob up to Wilson. He has a step and finishes on the layup.
Nice find by Zakiah Glover there.
5 points for Brandon Wilson and a 4-point game for the Chieftains. Through the hands, Herzog lost it near that half-court line, and they said he was on it. Backcourt violation.
Back-to-back turnovers. See if the Chieftains can make it hurt even worse.
And the electricity in this gymnasium just got turned up a notch.
Well, I think the players, we were talking about hoping they can carry this energy over to the second half, and I think they've more than done so.
You can get another bucket here, especially if you can get a three-pointer. This place might come unglued.
Yeah, no question.
Instead, they loose handle it, but it's a travel. Had a hold of the ball and just slid on that court.
Glover tried to force that into Clark. That pass just wasn't there.
Yeah, if I'm telling the offense right now, I'm not trying to necessarily hurry. You got 30 seconds. You got all 30 seconds to work with here.
Yeah.
Take your time, get the open shot. If it gets down to crunch time, then maybe you got to put up a shot. But try to run your offense. See if you can get something going. I think that's exactly what Coach Jones is doing here.
Yep.
Under 20 seconds now. Wilson.
You want to get a good look, though.
Not just weaving in and out as we approach 10 seconds. Someone's going to have to take the shot. It's in the hands of Crowley right now. He's going to take it and finish at the cup.
Nice drive.
9 points for Alex Crowley. And just like that, it is a one-possession game. The Chieftains have found new life as we head into the fourth quarter. They trail the Red Raiders 28-26. We got an action-packed fourth quarter up next here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Welcome back. Hopefully, what we hope to be an action-packed fourth quarter coming up here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. The Chieftains have fought back in this one from down by double digits.
Another turnover.
So now down by 2, and you could feel the momentum. And some people want to say momentum; they don't believe in it in sports. But I mean, you can just feel it. It's just a different kind of.
It's a real thing.
It is. Take that, Soren Petro. Meanwhile, back to the action here. 28-26. Chieftains looking to potentially tie, and for the second time in this game, Zakiah Glover turns it over via travel. Just took one too many steps there. And that is something on this run we've seen of Tongi that they haven't done very much, is turn the ball over. Wamego trying to restart that offensive firepower. Shot there is no good. Rebound by Wilson, collided with his own teammate, and now he's going to get called for a travel as him and Glover both in the air fighting for the basketball. Collided with each other midair. Wilson came down, landed on both feet, and then fell to the ground. It was kind of like the same we saw down on the other end for Wamego when Monroe was diving on the ground for the basketball. Lachlan McRae back in. Alex Crowley will come out, getting probably a much-needed breather for that young man.
He's had a good night.
Catch and shoot off the inbound is left short. Second half run of the basket. Tip still alive near the baseline, and almost another backcourt violation. It's still being batted around. Wamego playing with fire here. It's in the corner at the moment. Red Raiders will reset the offense, and holy cow, that was past about
a little sloppy basketball.
Past like 7 or 8 seconds there. That was pretty crazy. Heck, thought about it. Wolf with it now, taking the screen from Pate, lobbing it into Shea. Contact. Does not make the shot. They're going to get the foul. I believe it's going to be on Wilson. He just came down and swatted down hard on the arm of Shea. And it will be on Wilson. It'll only be his first.
Well, if you're going to pick up the foul, don't let him finish at the rim. Make him earn it from the line, which is just what he did.
First attempt is good from Shea. Langford coming back in for Wilson. Goes 2 for 2 on that trip. Blocks out the noise from the 6th best student section in the state. And 6 points on the night for Shea. And lead still technically one possession right now, 30-26. McRae stops at the charity strike, gives it out to Langford. Now back into the hands of McRae. He's looking to attack near the baseline, gets a man up in the air,
nice.
Shoots it up. Nice move from the freshman.
It was a nice head fake. Got rid of the defender and finished.
And quickly to Shea. He can't finish on a bunny. Up ahead to McRae to tie the game. He doesn't. Quick 4 points from Lachlan McRae. And it is all knotted up at Tongi High School.
It'll be a fun 5.5 minutes here, partner.
And he's a freshman chance raining down on the Red Raiders right now. Long 2 from Wolf. No good. Donahue crashes the boards, runs into Davenport, and a foul on Davenport. That's going to be his third.
I think Coach Jones is going to be okay with that because that was a hustle foul.
Both him and Donahue both coming in, crashing the boards. Donahue just a half step ahead. Got there first, the collision. 4 team fouls for Tongi, 3 team fouls for Wamego.
Letting it play.
Yeah, something to keep in mind, though, as we start getting down to crunch time in a close game of who gets into the bonus or what. It's going to be possibly an important factor, even possibly the deciding factor.
Could be.
Tongi crowd trying to make some noise here, help out their defense. Wolf had it poked away. That was Davenport. It's collected. Pate gets it out. Thought about taking the 3. McRae came in on the close in. This is good basketball here. Dribbling in, contact, and count the bucket. Or Donahue.
I think they called it before the shot, didn't they?
No.
Well, we'll see what he says.
He's calling. He's saying, yeah, basket counts.
Well, they didn't count it. Yeah, they did.
Donahue at the line. It is long. It's a 2-point game. Lachlan McRae, he has had himself a 4th quarter so far.
Yeah, the freshman's played well the whole game.
Crowley now looking to attack, gives it to Clark last second. Clark trying to go to work. Good pass to Davenport through contact underneath. The freshman coming up big for the Chieftains right now.
No question about that. Bodes well for the future.
Shea trying to drive, lost the handle of it, but collects underneath. And another foul on the Chieftains. And that's going to be their 6th, I believe. And it will be. So like we talked about, to keep in mind for if and when the bonus comes into play, Chieftains, one more team foul. That'll put Wamego in the bonus. And the foul is on McRae, and that is now his third. So Clark, Davenport, and McRae each with 3 fouls for Tonganoxie. And a good inbounds play there, getting it right back over to Wolf. He hits down the easy mid-range jumper. Wilson with it, back into the contest. Langford a big 3. Oh, in and out. Halfway down and couldn't get it to fall. And now Davenport, that's going to be his 4th. And Coach Jones not liking that one. A little bit of a frustration from Davenport, and that puts Wamego in the bonus now.
Yep. And if you're the Chieftains, you've got to block out if he misses that first shot.
And Coach Jones, he is, again, another man that doesn't get very animated, but he not liking it right now. He's calling over the young man. They're going to try to give him some talking points over on the bench, but meanwhile, all eyes are on Pate right now, and he misses his first attempt.
Yeah, missed that front end of the one-on-one.
So the Chieftains don't pay too much of a hefty price outside of the 4th foul being tacked on to Davenport. It's still a 2-point game, 34-32. Wilson knocks it down from 3-point range, and the Chieftains have the lead for the first time tonight. Second 3-point bucket from Brandon Wilson, the senior. Chieftains haven't played in front with the lead very much this entire season. Looking to hold on here. Stiffen up on defense, but a good drive and a finish off the glass for Pate, his second bucket of the night. Advantage back to Wamego. Approaching 2.5 minutes left to play in the ball game. Head fake, step back. Back up to Glover, reset the offense. Glover looking for help. He finds Wilson back up top. Wamego defense trying to step up here. Under 2 minutes left to play.
You got to get a good shot if you're the Chieftains here.
Langford drives and a defensive foul. Monroe was wanting to travel. Official giving him a little whisper saying, "Don't show me up like that again, young man." First foul of the game for Monroe for Wamego. The inbounds lobbed in from Wilson to Glover. He'll quickly get into the hands of Curley. Wilson off the screen. It's going to be short. Chieftains don't come away with any points. I believe we have a timeout called. I think both coaches were calling for one. I think they charged Wamego.
30-second or a full timeout?
It's a full timeout for Wamego, so they will get charged a timeout. It's a tight one. We're going down to the wire here. 1:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. Tonganoxie 35, Wamego 36. They'll be back after this quick break on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Out of the Wamego timeout. Under 2 minutes left to play in a tight contest. Wamego currently has the 1 point lead, 36-35. Wamego is in the bonus. 17 fouls for Tongi, so Wamego is in the bonus. Wamego only 14 fouls. So still have some fouls to give for Tongi. Chieftain defense looking for a big, crucial stop here, now under a minute and a half. Monroe driving baseline, dish underneath, can't finish though, and Takaya Glover comes away with it, and a foul on Monroe. A little bit of a frustration there as he was driving in. He was looking underneath. He had Pate underneath, and a bunny, and he missed it. That's now the 15th foul for Wamego, and the second of the game for Monroe. Again, Heck, Donahue, and Wolf with 3 fouls. Wamego, McRae, and Clark with 3 fouls for Tongi and 4 for Davenport. And 1 more for Merrick Davenport, who currently is not in the game right now, and he would foul out. And here we go, under a minute left to play.
Coach Jones holds it for 1.
Tick, 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 tick. Here we go.
Nope.
Long range 3, offline for Brandon Wilson, and a foul for Sakaya Glover. Still 1-1 free throws coming up on the other end for Wamego. Got to try to make him, and if he doesn't, Chieftains got to box out underneath to collect the rebound. Second foul of the game on Glover. This will send Wolf right to the line. First one on the way, and he knocks it down. A big free throw for Wamego. An even bigger one on the way here to bump it up to a 3-point lead. And he does just that.
All right, now the Chieftains got to get a good look 3.
Chieftains still have timeouts left, and they are going to take one here. And they still have 3. Wamego with 3 as well. So that's the unique thing about basketball. It's one of those sports where even when there's 42 seconds on the clock, it can take 15 minutes to play out 42 seconds. It's just one of those crazy things. We'll go ahead and take this with them. 38-35, Red Raiders, a 3-point lead over the Chieftains. Under a minute left to play.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. Participating in community recreation is not only fun, but also healthy and educational. The Tonganoxie Rec Commission encourages all ages and abilities to participate in recreational activities. That's why they're continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie. To see the latest sports and program offerings and to get signed up, visit them at tongirec.org or call 913-845-3502.
Crunch time here. Final quarter of regulation, under 40 seconds and a 3-point lead. Chieftains need a big bucket here.
Let's see what Coach Jones drew up in a timeout here.
And Crowley has hit 1, McRae has hit 1, Wilson has hit 2 from 3-point range, looking to make it 3.
Oh, he called
Coach
timeout.
Jones took a timeout right when Wilson was pulling the trigger. It looked online, it was just a tad bit strong. Can you imagine if you would have made that?
Yeah.
Like, my goodness, that would have been just unbelievable. So, again, like we talked about, folks, this is one of those times where the final seconds of a game could take many minutes to play out. 24.8 seconds on the clock right now, 38-35 lead for Wamego. Let's talk about the performance for these Chieftains tonight, partner. I mean, they've come out much, much better. Again, a little bit of inspiration. I'm sure on that long bus ride home from Atchison on Tuesday, I'm sure that probably was the start of it. They come out tonight. Coach Jones puts in 2 freshmen, takes out a senior and another upperclassman out of the starting lineup. Seems to be sparking some encouragement.
Seemed to be the ticket tonight. And those freshmen have answered the bill.
Yes,
they really have.
Lachlan McRae, especially, he has come up big tonight. 9 total points for McRae. Davenport has had a couple of buckets, a couple of big rebounds as well. He's been all over the place on the defensive end. Caleb Clark, though, would have liked to seen him a little bit more involved. Only 1 point to show for tonight on the offensive end. He's been doing good on the defensive end.
Yeah.
Doing other stuff. It's just an extra bucket here and there. And here we go.
Good on the rebounds, too, but not too much in the scoring column.
It was Wilson that pulled the trigger last time. The inbounds goes to Langford. They give it back to Crowley. Crowley hit a three-pointer for the first bucket of the night for the Chieftains. Glover driving, left hand, danced around for a moment and finishes, so they go for 2. And a timeout called by Coach Jones. And he will bring them back in. I believe they're out of full timeout, so this will only be a 30. We'll stay here.
Yeah, and I think, what he's going to have them do is foul as soon as the ball comes in.
Yeah, I agree. I think now it's just a matter of who do you not want the most at the line, and you try to lock that player down. And I don't know. I mean, I'm sure Coach Jones and the coaching staff, I'm sure they've been doing their studying, their research, and they have their pick. But I think that's the smart play. You draw your 19th foul, send Wamego to the line, and force them to make 2 free throws. Because even if they miss the first, then it's all hell breaks loose. Even if he makes the first one, it's still only a 2-point game.
Yeah.
And if he misses the second, and if he makes both, well, then you're going to need a 3.
See if they can get a turnover here.
They get it in. This is Monroe with it right now. Not fouling quite yet, and they do. Burned a couple precious seconds off the clock. 8.5 left. And it was in the hands of Monroe, and he will be the one taking the shots at the free throw line.
Is he the one that shot the last one?
That was Wolf who shot the last pair.
Oh, okay. No, he was money, so let's hope the Chieftains can come away with a missed one right here.
That last foul of the game, that was the 4th given to Caleb Clark. This is Dusty Monroe. 1-and-1 free throws on the way, and he misses the first attempt, and here's the rebound for Caleb Clark.
Timeout.
And another timeout by Coach Jones, and that is the final Tonganoxie timeout.
And now 2 can win it.
Could not play it any more perfect there for Coach Jones. Big time here. Down by 1, 5.8 seconds. It's a full timeout. We will take a 30-second break, and we will be right back with the conclusion of this matchup. The Chieftains trail by 1 in the final 5 seconds of the game.
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. And now get occupational therapy in the office or at home on an outpatient basis. Call 913-417-7400 or visit ptsolutionsks.com.
That's it. Here we go. Here's the ending.
Maybe.
Yeah. They put Shea in front of Crowley. He inbounds it to Langford. A 2, wins it. Glover! No! Second chance. That's it. And Wamego survives, and they will win this contest.
Well, they got what they wanted. They just couldn't finish at the rim.
It was right there for the taking. Sakiah Glover couldn't ask for a better look. Oh, my goodness. 38-37 is the final score. The Red Raiders
survive.
They survive, and they sweep the doubleheader of the Chieftains tonight. Both the boys and girls team taking care of business, and oh my goodness, it's like you and I said in the break, off on air. I mean, it's these kind of games that when you're broadcasting, they're so much fun.
Oh yeah.
It's more enjoyable when you win, of course, but still, the tight action, that action-packed fourth quarter. I mean, couldn't ask for anything much better.
No, I mean, that's what you want. Competitive game, a lot of fun, a lot of action. You got to take your hat off to the the Chieftains, they came out after that disappointing loss to the Atchison Phoenix and came out and played hard. Got a lot of contribution from some freshmen. So I think that Coach Jones has got to be happy with that. And going forward, it'll be interesting to see how he molds this team going forward, because Coach Jones is a really good coach.
Yes.
He's going to make this team better.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt the coaching ability of Coach Jones. And we've seen what he has done since he took over as head coach 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. I mean, it's been nothing short of literally historic here as far as the standards here at Tongi High. And this was probably going to be his toughest challenge that he has faced, probably arguably since his first year. I think just overall in all of his years, this roster, this team, it was going to take time. In the first couple of games, it took time to work, and he comes into tonight. He switches up things with the starting lineup. There just seemed to be a newfound energy with this team, though. And
no question.
Maybe it was the preparation coming into it. Maybe it was the changes in the starting lineup, or maybe it was just a mix of both. I'm not sure. But, whatever they did before this game tonight, it worked. And I think we can see a lot more of it going forward.
I'm anxious to see how this team progresses throughout the year. It's going to be fun.
I know. And this team, it's I sit down here, and I kept telling myself after last Friday against Lewisburg and Tuesday against Atchison, I just said, this team doesn't feel like as bad and poorly as they were playing. I said it's going to take time. These young kids, it's going to take some time to get in there, get the experience, and like you said, we saw the freshmen step up big tonight. Zakiah Glover came out, had a really fine game tonight. I think maybe it's easy for any athlete if you get benched and set, taken out of the starting lineup. I think it's easy to say, all right, I'm going to show you. And I think that's message was clear from Coach Jones. I think Zakiah Glover answered it.
Yeah, message was received.
Message received, exactly. And we'll see how the rest of this lineup goes on moving forward. But I think we're going to, this team sits right now 0-3, but I don't think, they're going to be winless for much longer.
No.
Now, they're going to have a tough test coming up next Thursday when we are live next year on Tonganoxie Sports Live, a road game at Eudora. Both the Lady Cardinals and the Cardinals themselves are two very, very tough teams. I mean, this is a pretty tough stretch of back-to-back games.
Yeah, they're both ranked, I think, aren't they?
Yeah, both the boys and girls Eudora team. One's I think number 1, and the other's either number 2 or number 3, respectively. So it's going to be a tough contest, but coming off a game like tonight, if you go into Eudora, if they could just find a way to just bottle this momentum, don't let these final the final 5 seconds of this game get you down.
Yeah, don't let it define your season.
Exactly. You find a way to bottle it, carry that in with you next week.
Yep.
And who knows? I mean, if they can go in, if they can hang in with Eudora through the majority of the game through the fourth quarter, I think this team is definitely taking a turn in the right direction, and we'll see how it goes moving forward. So they got the game next Thursday, and then we are back. I believe our last broadcast of December is December 20th. I believe that is a Tuesday on the road at Baldwin. And then Christmas break, we won't see the student athletes or anybody until after the holidays, after the new year. So we'll see. I mean, they got a chance. Hopefully pick up their first win before the new year and try to just turn the ship around. But I think it's going in the right direction. I have faith in Coach Jones and what these players have shown, not only tonight, but just in flashes of even the past 2 games. I think they're going to be all right.
Yeah, I think they are too. And I do have faith in Coach Jones, just like you said. And he pushed the right buttons since that last game, because they came out and really competed tonight. And I think he's got to be happy with the effort.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to wrap up our coverage here at Tongi High. Again, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. I know as we get closer to the holidays, Friday nights and the weekends, and just about every night, they all start to run together. It starts to get busy, and the holiday shopping, the baking, if you're a student like me, you got finals, you got a lot of stuff going on. So everyone that tunes in and watches our broadcast, we thank you all so much. We couldn't do it without everyone's support all around, not just here in town. And we got people we're literally coast to coast, right? We got viewers in Arizona. We got some in California, Michigan, over on the East Coast somewhere. You're on your phone. You're not listening. So we'll go ahead. We'll wrap it up. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Alongside my broadcast partner, Dennis Drennan, I'm Dylan Funk saying thank you, good night, have a great and safe weekend. We will see you next week in Eudora.
You've been watching Tonganoxie High School Athletics on your new home for the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by for watching, and be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your home for the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live.